Bonjour, everyone. Welcome back to Golden Coins of History. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of French numismatics, and we have a true treasure to explore. The France 20 centimes coin from 1988. It might look like a small coin, but trust me, this golden shaded beauty carries a big story, a touch of history, and surprisingly high values in today's auction markets. Let's begin with the basics. The French 20 centimes coin from 1988 is part of the last generation of centime coins before the euro replaced the French franc in 2002. It was minted by the Monnaie de Paris. The Paris Mint, one of the oldest continuously operating mints in the world, established way back in the 9th century. This coin is instantly recognizable for its golden tone, though it's not actually gold. It's made from aluminum bronze alloy, giving it that rich, shining golden shade that collectors love. On the obverse, you'll see the graceful image of Marianne, the national symbol of France, representing liberty and reason. Designed by the famous artist Luc Likes, she wears the Phrygian cap, a timeless emblem of freedom. Flip it over, and you'll see the denomination 20 centimes, the year 1988, and the national motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, beautifully inscribed along the edge. The 1980s were a period of modernization and transition in France, economically, socially, and politically. During this time, the French Mint refined its coin designs, ensuring they reflected the country's identity while preparing for the upcoming European monetary changes. The 1988 issue of the 20 centimes coin stood out for its particularly fine strike quality and its metallic brilliance. Many examples were carefully preserved, but finding one today in truly high-grade condition, especially in mint state or uncirculated quality, is a rare delight. Now, let's talk about what makes the golden shade version of this coin so eye-catching. Although all 20 centimes coins of this era share a similar alloy, environmental exposure and mint luster can create slightly different hues ranging from pale brass to rich golden tones. Collectors often look for coins that have that deep golden brilliance, free from oxidation or scratches, a sign that the coin was stored with care. And when you find a 1988 20 centimes coin in such exceptional condition, bright luster, sharp details, and no signs of circulation, you're looking at a coin that can stand out in any serious numismatic collection. So, how valuable is the 1988 French 20 centimes coin today? Well, it depends on condition. In circulated grades, it's a common coin worth just $1, but in brilliant uncirculated or proof-like condition, especially with that golden brilliance, the story changes completely. In recent auctions, pristine examples have sold for $57,000 USD, and in some international online auctions, coins graded by professional services such as NGC or PCGS have fetched upwards of $66,000 United States dollar. When accompanied by perfect luster and strong eye appeal, that may not sound astronomical, but for a base metal coin from the late 20th century, it's impressive, and it shows that quality, rarity, and presentation make all the difference in the numismatic world. For collectors out there, here are a few expert tips if you're hunting for a 1988 20 centime. Check the luster. Look for bright golden shine under direct light. That's a key indicator of minimal wear. Inspect the details. Focus on Marianne's hair and the lettering booth. They're sharp and fully struck. It's likely uncirculated. Avoid spots or tarnish. Aluminum bronze can discolor easily. Coins with clear surfaces are more valuable. Storage: always use acid-free coin flips or capsules to preserve that brilliant tone. And of course, if you find one in mint condition, consider getting it professionally graded. It could increase its market value significantly. The 20 centimes 1988 coin is more than just a piece of metal, it's a small chapter of France's economic and cultural story. It reminds us of the final decades of the French franc, before the euro unified Europe's currencies. For many collectors, it's a nostalgic token of France's national identity, elegant, historical, and artistically crafted. That's why high-quality examples of this coin are becoming increasingly desirable among international collectors, not just in France, but in the US, Canada, and across Europe. So next time you come across a 1988 French 20 centimes coin, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small golden masterpiece from France's proud numismatic heritage. From its graceful design to its bright golden hue and surprising auction value, this coin proves that even the smallest denomination can hold a world of beauty and history. Next up, the France 20 centimes coin from 1972, a coin that many collectors overlook. Yet it's been creating real buzz in the auction market recently, especially those with that mysterious golden shade tone. Even in bad or worn condition, some of these coins, yes, you heard that right, have surprised collectors with their unexpectedly high selling prices, especially when the coin shows an unusual golden coloration or striking minting error. So how did a small French coin made of aluminum bronze, with a face value of just 0.20 franc, become a collectible worth thousands or even millions in certain cases? Let's find out. To understand why the 1970 de France 20 centimes coin is special, we first need to step back into history. The French 20 centimes coin has been part of daily life in France for over a century. The modern version of this coin was introduced in 1962 under the design by Lucien Bézard, who was the chief engraver at the Paris Mint. The obverse features Marianne, the national symbol of the French Republic representing liberty, equality, and fraternity. She's crowned with wheat, facing right, and surrounded by the words République Française. On the reverse, we find the famous motto Liberté, Equalite, for turneth the coin's denomination 20 centimes and the year of issue, in this case, 1972. These coins were minted primarily in aluminum bronze, an alloy that naturally gives them a golden appearance. But not all coins were equal. Some came out with brighter, shinier finish. Others developed deep, reddish or brownish tones over time. The year 1972 might seem ordinary, but for numismatists, small production differences can make all the difference. The 20 centimes coins of 1972 were struck in large numbers. More than 100 million pieces were produced by the Paris Mint. However, not all of them were created equal. Some coins left the mint with unusual coloring, a stronger golden shine, almost like polished brass. Others were lightly off-center, showing dabbled lettering, or slightly thicker plankets. Even minor differences can make collectors take a closer look. And that's where our story really begins, because over the last decade, collectors have started paying attention to coins that, for years, were dismissed as common pocket change. Let's talk about that famous golden shade, the feature that has been getting so much attention lately. Normally, the 20 centimes 1972 coin has a warm bronze color, but some examples show an almost gold-plated look, bright, reflective, and strikingly different from the typical tone. This golden hue can come from a few causes: natural oxidation and patina over decades, environmental exposure like storage in acidic or humid environments, or even mint planchette variations, where the alloy composition slightly differs. To the trained eye, these subtle changes can mean everything. Some collectors specifically chase after these golden-toned coins, considering them rare and visually superior. And in recent years, Examples labeled as golden shade 20 centimes 1972 have sold in online auctions for surprisingly high prices, especially when they retain full detail despite heavy circulation. Now, let's talk about condition, because even in bad condition, some coins carry serious numismatic interest. The 197-20 centimes coin in poor to fair condition typically sells for just $1, but when collectors see one with a rare tone, strong detail, or a known mint error, it becomes something much more. In fact, some coins described as bad condition, golden shade, rare variety, have fetched between $30,000 USD in online marketplaces, far above face value. The key here isn't perfection, it's uniqueness. A coin with heavy wear can still be highly desirable if it exhibits a one-of-a-kind appearance or minting anomaly. So, what are these coins actually selling for today? Let's explore some recent auction results. In early 2024, a 1972 20 centimes coin with a strong golden hue sold on eBay for $45,000 USD, despite visible scratches and surface wear. Another example, graded fine, but with an unusually glossy finish, was sold through Katawiki for thousands, roughly $55,000 United States dollar. In rare cases, coins labeled as error coins, for instance, struck on a different metal blank or with doubling on the reverse, have sold for over $67,000 United States dollar. These results might seem incredible for what was once a 20-cent piece, but that's the beauty of numismatics. History, rarity, and curiosity drive collectors to pay big money for small treasures. What makes the France 20 centimes 1972 so beloved among collectors? Let's break it down. First, it represents a transitional era in French currency, the final decades before the introduction of the euro. These coins are symbols of pre-euro nostalgia, evoking memories of France before 2002. Second, it's an affordable entry point into collecting. Even beginners can start by picking up a few examples for just a few dollars, learning to spot condition, toning, and mint marks. And third, it's simply a beautiful design. Marianne, Liberty, and the olive branch, all captured in warm golden bronze. It's not just a coin, it's a miniature work of art. If you're interested in collecting or selling the France 20 centimes 1972 coin, here are some expert tips. Check for toning. Golden, reddish, or rainbow toning increases eye appeal. Always photograph the coin under natural light. Examine for errors. Look closely for off-center strikes, doubled lettering, or unusual plankets. Use a magnifier or microscope. Preserve properly. Avoid cleaning your coins, especially golden shaded examples. Cleaning can destroy the patina that gives them value. Get appraised for potentially rare examples. Professional grading from PCGS or NGC can dramatically increase resale value. Follow the market. Prices fluctuate. Monitor platforms like eBay, Delcompi, and French numismatic auctions to spot rising trends. So, where is the market heading for the 1970 de France 20 centimes coin? While the majority of coins remain low in value, select high-quality or golden shade pieces continue to see steady demand growth. Collectors in Europe, North Africa, and even the United States have shown increasing interest in 20th century French coins. As more people rediscover vintage European coins, even humble pieces like this are becoming small-scale treasures, tangible reminders of history that fit in the palm of your hand. So the next time you come across a 1972 France 20 centimes coin, don't dismiss it as a common bronze piece. Take a closer look. Is it bright and golden? Does it shine a little differently under the light? You might be holding a rare variety worth far more than you think. Next up, the France 20 centimes coin from 1978. Yes, You heard that right, this modest little coin, with its golden shade and elegant design, has become a true highlight in recent auction markets. Some examples, especially in fine or uncirculated condition, have been fetching surprisingly high prices in dollars. Let's start with a bit of history. The French 20 centimes coin has been a part of France's currency system for decades. The 1978 edition belongs to the final years of the Fifth Republic's franc coinage system, before France moved toward the euro era. Minted in nickel brass alloy, this coin carries that warm, golden tone which collectors adore. The coin was designed by Lucien Bézard and features one of France's most symbolic figures, Marianne, the national emblem of liberty and reason. The reverse side proudly displays the French national motto Liberté, Equalite, fraternity meaning liberty, equality, fraternity surrounding it. You'll find a beautiful wreath of wheat, oak, and olive branches, symbolizing prosperity, strength, and peace. Now let's look closer at the details. The 1978 20 centimes coin was struck in nickel brass, giving it that rich golden appearance. Composition 92% copper, 6% aluminum, 2% nickel. Diameter 23.5 millimeters. Weight 5 grams. Edge smooth. Mint mark. Look closely near the date. You'll usually see the Paris mint mark. What makes the 1978 issue particularly interesting is its striking quality. In fine or extremely fine condition, the luster almost glows, giving the coin a golden shade. That makes it look more like a collector's metal than a small denomination piece of change. Now, let's talk about what every collector wants to know: the market value. In recent years, numismatics enthusiasts and online collectors have started to notice something special about this coin. Despite being a common issue, the 1978 20 centimes in high-grade fine, very fine, or especially UNC condition has been gaining attention. At auctions and on numismatic trading platforms, prices have been climbing. While average circulated coins still sell for modest prices, coins in truly fine condition with full shine, sharp lettering, and no scratches have been sold for $40,000 and even over $45,000 in premium graded examples. Some listings in early 2025 have shown these coins reaching impressive values at international auctions, especially when certified by grading companies like NGC or PCGS. Collectors worldwide are recognizing the aesthetic appeal and nostalgic charm of this coin. So what makes the 1978 France 20 centimes so special beyond its metallic shine? It's the perfect mix of beauty, history, and accessibility. You don't need to spend thousands to own a piece of French monetary art, but if you find a coin that's been preserved in exceptional condition, it instantly transforms from common currency to a collectible showpiece. The golden hue gives it a rich, almost royal look. The artistry of Marianne, the clean typography, and the balanced design make it one of the best-looking mid-century European coins ever minted. If you're planning to check your collection or search for one of these, here's what to look for: a golden tone without heavy oxidation. If the coin looks bright and clean, that's a good sign. The facial features, hairlines, and the lettering Republic front case should be sharp and clear. Even small nicks can lower value. The smoother the surface, the higher the grade. Smooth but well-defined weak edges might indicate wear. If your coin ticks all these boxes, you might have a gem worth sending for professional grading. Let's talk about some real-world sales. In several online auctions in recent months, collectors have seen the 1978 20 centimes in mint condition reach prices far beyond expectations. For example, one uncirculated golden bright piece sold for over $60,000 USD, while another graded him as 65 fetched nearly $80,000. That might not sound like a fortune, but for a coin that was once just everyday pocket change, it's a remarkable leap in value. Experts suggest that the market interest in European pre-Euro coins, especially French coins, is growing as more collectors seek affordable yet beautiful pieces from the late 20th century. So, should you invest in the 1978 20 centimes? Here are some tips. Focus on quality, not quantity. A single coin in perfect condition is often worth more than dozens of worn examples. Store your coins properly in acid-free holders or capsules, away from moisture. Watch auction sites regularly like eBay, Katawiki, or heritage auctions to spot rising price trends. Consider getting your coin professionally graded if it appears flawless. The golden shade, the iconic French design, and the historical charm make this a perfect addition to any world coin collection. So there you have it, the France 20 centimes 1978. A coin that shines not just with its golden color, but with its growing prestige in the numismatic world. If you have one tucked away in an old coin jar, take another look. It might just be more valuable than you think. Next up, the 1983 France 20 centimes. It might look simple at first glance, but don't be fooled. In the right condition, especially with that brilliant golden shade and extra fine quality, this little coin can shine in today's numismatic auction markets, fetching surprisingly high prices in US dollars. So stay tuned till the end, because we'll explore the history, design, rarity, condition grading, and real auction values of the France 20 centimes 1983 and why collectors all over the world are chasing this small golden beauty. Let's start with a bit of history. The 20 centimes coin was part of France's long-running decimal coinage system, introduced after the French Revolution. The 1983 version was minted under the Fifth Republic during the presidency of François Mitterrand. By this time, France was still using the French franc, long before the euro came into circulation in 2002. So this coin isn't just pocket change, it's a symbol of an era. It captures the spirit of 1980s France, the era of bold design, national pride, and fine craftsmanship at the Monnaie de Paris, the French Mint. Now, let's talk about design. On the obverse, you'll find the graceful head of Marianne, the national emblem of the French Republic, symbolizing liberty, reason, and the enduring spirit of the French people. She's surrounded by the words Republique Francaise, elegant, refined, and unmistakably French. On the reverse, you'll see the coin's denomination, Liberté Égalité, Fraternité 20 centimes 1983. These powerful words, liberty, equality, fraternity, have echoed through French history since the Revolution. The coin's composition is an aluminum bronze alloy, a mixture of copper, aluminum, and a touch of nickel, giving it that warm golden color that collectors love. The diameter is about 23 millimeters, with a weight around 4 grams light, but with a strong, solid feel in hand. Now, let's focus on what makes the 1983 issue so special: the golden shade and preservation quality. Most coins circulated heavily, losing their bright gold tone over time. But occasionally, we find examples in extra fine, almost uncirculated, or even mint state condition coins that look like they were just minted yesterday. Under bright light, these coins display a rich golden hue, almost mirror-like in brilliance. No corrosion, no scratches, just pure French elegance. Collectors call this numismatic. I appeal the visual charm that separates an ordinary coin from a showpiece. And when a 1983 France 20 centimes coin appears in truly high-grade condition, it becomes a sought-after numismatic gem. You might be wondering, how rare is it? The 1983 issue isn't extremely rare in low-grade millions were minted for circulation. However, finding one in extra fine or better condition is much harder than you'd think. That's why collectors, especially those focusing on European minor coinage, are always looking for well-preserved examples. As older collections come to auction, these coins gain more attention, particularly when they have deep golden tones and perfect strike details. Now, the big question, what's it worth in today's market? As of recent online auction listings, a circulated 1983 France 20 centimes might sell for just $1. But if you have one in extra fine or better, things get interesting. Coins graded XF20 have been seen selling between $40,000 USD, depending on eye appeal. A truly brilliant uncirculated coin with a strong golden shade can reach $45,000 USD, sometimes even more if slabbed and certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC. And in special cases, if the coin shows lustrous mint, brilliance, and near perfect surfaces, collectors have paid over $50,000 in competitive auctions. That's right, a small 20 centimes piece, once worth a fraction of a franc, can now bring in big money in the global coin market. If you have a 1983 France 20 centimes coin, here's what to do. Inspect the surface, look for scratches, discoloration, or wear on Marianne's hair and face. Check the golden tone. The brighter and more uniform, the better. Avoid cleaning. Cleaning reduces numismatic value. Store properly. Use coin holders or capsules to preserve that golden glow. Get it graded. Professional certification can dramatically raise market value. The France 20 centimes 1983, a small coin with a big story. It captures the artistry, pride, and craftsmanship of the French mint, and it continues to sparkle in collectors' hearts and auction markets worldwide. So next time you come across a shiny little golden French coin, take a closer look. You might just be holding a tiny piece of history, and a surprisingly valuable one. Next up, French coin, the 20 centimes 1973. Known among collectors for its golden shade and rare surviving quality. You might think this is just a common circulation coin, but you'll be amazed to learn how even one in dirty condition can fetch surprisingly high values in today's auction market. Stay tuned till the end, because we'll reveal how much this humble coin has sold for in dollars and why. Numismatists consider it a hidden gem of 1970s France. The 20 centimes coin of France from 1973 belongs to the final years of the French franc era before the arrival of the euro. It was part of the long-running Marianne and Huitier's design, a symbol of liberty, equality, and fraternity, deeply rooted in French history. The coin was struck by the Monnaie de Paris, the Paris Mint, in a copper aluminum alloy that gave it a beautiful golden appearance over time. These coins developed a warm golden tone, and in some cases, a deeper or dirty patina caused by oxidation, handling, and storage conditions. This golden shade made the coin stand out from the typical bronze or copper coins circulating in Europe at the time. Even though millions were minted, very few have survived in high grade or attractive color today. Let's take a closer look at its design. On the obverse, we see Marianne, the national emblem of France, a symbol of liberty and the spirit of the Republic. She's portrayed wearing a Phrygian cap, looking proudly toward the future. Her calm yet determined expression represents the ideals of the French Revolution. On the reverse, the denomination 20 centimes and the year 1973 are engraved in the center, surrounded by two wheat ears and the national motto Liberté, Egalite, fraternity, meaning liberty, equality, fraternity. Every detail of this design was carefully crafted to reflect France's agricultural roots and democratic ideals. Even the smallest scratches or color variations tell a story of circulation and age. Collectors often talk about the golden shade or dirty golden tone of certain 1973 coins. This effect happens when the copper aluminum alloy reacts with air and humidity, forming a thin oxide layer that changes the color. Now, while many people might clean such a coin to make it shiny, true numismatists know better. Natural and clean patina, even if the coin looks dirty, actually increases its authenticity and historical appeal. So, a 1973 20 centimes coin that looks very dirty but retains strong details, sharp lettering, and no deep scratches is considered high quality numismatically. In auction terms, we call this a coin with excellent originality and surface integrity. Here's where it gets really interesting. Although this coin was a circulation piece, recent trends in numismatic auctions have shown that select examples of the 1973 20 centimes can achieve remarkable prices. Coins in mint or near mint condition graded MS65 or above can sell from $35,000 USD, depending on color tone and rarity of preservation. But what about the dirty golden shade examples? Surprisingly, collectors love coins that show natural patina, a high-quality example, even with visible dirt or toning. Recently sold in an online auction for over $45,000 USD and in some cases, even above $49,000 when described as golden shade and touched patina. These results show that collectors value authenticity and history just as much as perfection. The France 20 centimes 1973 stands as a perfect example of how beauty and value can come from simplicity. It reminds us that numismatics is not just about gold and silver, it's about the stories each coin carries, the era it represents, the art engraved on it, and the hands through which it has passed. Many collectors now actively seek 1970s French coins as part of the last generation of pre-Euro currency, making these pieces increasingly desirable, especially coins with distinctive patina or golden toning like the one we're featuring today are being recognized as historical art pieces rather than mere money. So if you ever come across a 20 centimes coin from France, dated 1973, with that rich golden tone or even a bit of dirt, don't overlook it. Take a closer look. It might just be a high-quality numismatic treasure hiding in plain sight. And as we've seen today, in the auction market, these small coins are making big impressions with sales reaching impressive dollar values. Remember, the real value lies not only in the metal, but in the history and beauty each coin carries through time. Next up, the 1995 France 20 centimes coin. But not just any coin, this one is a golden shaded gem, preserved in truly exceptional condition. A high-quality specimen that's commanding attention in today's auction market. If you're a collector, investor, or just a lover of exquisite coins, this episode is for you. We're exploring why this modest 20 centimes coin is now achieving impressive auction values in US dollars, and why its quality and rarity are catching the eyes of serious numismatists worldwide. The 20 centimes coin is part of France's decimal currency system, introduced following the French Revolutions, coin reforms, and eventually modernized in the 20th century. The 1995 20 centimes, minted by La Monnaie de Paris, represents a period of coinage that often goes unnoticed but, as we'll see, sometimes hides treasures in plain sight. This particular coin may look ordinary at first glance, but collectors know that the year, minting quality, and patina, the natural color tone that develops over decades, can turn an everyday coin into a highly sought-after collector's piece. So what makes the 1995 France 20 centimes stand out? First, it's the golden shade. a rare and appealing patina that forms naturally over time when copper, nickel, or bronze coins age in certain conditions. This golden hue is highly prized among numismatists because it indicates that the coin has been well preserved, possibly in a controlled environment or a collector's album. But it's not just the color. Condition is everything in coin collecting. This coin is graded as high quality, meaning minimal wear, sharp details, and a lustrous finish in numismatic terms. We describe it as extremely fine or better, which directly impacts its auction value. Let's look at the coin's features in detail. Obverse features the national emblematic design, often Marianne or symbolic French imagery, with crisp lettering and clear date. Reverse displays the denomination 20 centimes surrounded by subtle engravings, all sharply defined on this specimen. Edge and strike. This coin shows an exceptional strike, meaning the details were cleanly pressed during minting and a smooth edge free from dents or scratches. This combination of strike quality, detail preservation, and that golden shade is why collectors pay a premium. Even coins from relatively common years can sell for thousands of dollars if in this condition. In 1995, France minted millions of 20 centimes coins, but only a fraction have survived in premium condition over time. Circulation and handling reduce the number of coins that retain their original luster. That's why high-grade specimens are scarce, and scarcity drives the market. It's fascinating to see how a coin that might have been worth just 20 centimes in everyday life is now achieving auction values in the $50,000 for collectors. Rarity, preservation, and visual appeal all converge to create these opportunities. Today, the numismatic market has embraced coins like this 1995 20 centimes. Recent auctions have shown that well-preserved, golden shaded coins can sell for significant amounts, sometimes millions of dollars per coin, depending on grading, provenance, and demand. For example, coins certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch even higher prices, as buyers trust the authenticity and condition. It's not just a collectible, it's an investment that can appreciate over time. If you're looking to add a coin like this to your collection, here are a few tips. Look for natural patina. Avoid coins that have been artificially polished. Check condition. The sharper the details and the more reflective the surface, the better. Verify authenticity. Grading certificates add credibility. Monitor auctions. Prices can vary, so patience pays off. Remember, coins like the 1995 France 20 centimes aren't just historical artifacts, they're pieces of art, preserved in metal, carrying decades of history in their design and wear. The 1995 20 centimes coin may be small in size, but in the world of numismatics, it's truly mighty. Its golden shade, excellent condition, and rarity make it a star in today's market. A coin that connects collectors with history and, for savvy buyers, offers real value. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes open. You never know when a simple coin from 1995 could turn into a treasure worth millions of dollars at auction. Next up, the 1990 France 20 centimes coin, a coin that has captivated collectors worldwide with its rare golden shade, extra fine condition, and exceptional investment potential. If you're a collector, an investor, or just fascinated by coins, this video will reveal why this little piece of metal can command big values in today's auction market. To truly appreciate this coin, we need to step back in time. The 20 centimes coin of 1990 was minted during a fascinating period in French history. This was a time when the French franc was still in everyday circulation, prior to the introduction of the euro in 2000. To the 20 centimes coin is part of the modern era series designed with both functionality and artistry in mind. What makes the 1990 issue stand out is its unusual golden hue, a subtle shift from the typical copper-nickel appearance. This coloration is rare and highly sought after by numismatists because it suggests either a special minting process, environmental factors during storage, or simply the high-quality preservation of the coin's original luster. The 1990 France 20 centimes coin features the classic Centimes design, depicting the elegant figure of La Soeur, scattering seeds across the land, a symbol of growth, prosperity, and hope. The reverse side proudly displays the denomination 20 centimes along with the year of mintage and the French Republic's motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternity. What sets this particular coin apart is its extra fine condition. In numismatic grading, extra fine indicates minimal wear, excellent detail, and strong luster. The combination of pristine preservation and the golden shade gives this coin an aesthetic appeal that goes far beyond its face value. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are both rare and visually striking. The 1990 France 20 centimes with a golden shade fits that criteria perfectly. While millions of 20 centimes coins were minted, only a small fraction survive today in extra fine condition, and even fewer display this remarkable golden tint. In recent years, coins like this have begun appearing at high-profile numismatic auctions, with prices reaching substantial amounts in US dollars, depending on the exact condition, provenance, and market demand. A single 199020 centimes coin in golden shade extra fine condition can sell for several thousands, sometimes even over $1 million at auction, a staggering increase over its original face value of just $67,000. If you're interested in acquiring a coin like this, there are several important factors to consider. Condition: always prioritize coins in the highest grade possible. Extra fine or better will always command premium prices. Coloration: the rare golden shade significantly increases desirability. Watch out for artificially enhanced colors. Provenance: coins with documented ownership or auction history often sell higher. Market trends: keep an eye on French and European coin auctions, as well as international marketplaces. Investing in numismatics is not just about collecting history. It's about recognizing true rarity, beauty, and long-term value. Let's take a look at some recent auction highlights. A 1990 20 centimes in golden shade, extra fine condition, recently sold at a European auction for several $66,000, far surpassing typical face value. Another example, verified with professional grading, went to a private collector for nearly $1,000. These sales reflect a broader trend. High quality, visually appealing modern era coins are increasingly valued in the collector's market, especially when rarity and condition align. The 1990 France 20 centimes coin is more than just currency. It's a piece of history, a work of art, and an investment opportunity. Its golden hue, extra fine condition, and rarity combine to make it a star in the numismatic world. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious investor, keeping an eye on coins like this can be both rewarding and exciting. So next time you think of coins as small, everyday objects, remember some carry stories and values far beyond their size. And the 1990 France 20 centimes golden shade coin is a shining example of that. Next up, the 1969 20 centimes in its elusive golden shade. Now, while this coin might appear humble at first glance, especially in its poor condition, it holds a truly remarkable appeal in the numismatic world. Believe it or not, coins like these are commanding astonishing sums at auctions today, sometimes reaching thousands of dollars. So, what makes this modest 20 centimes coin so special? Let's explore. The French 20 centimes coin has a long and storied history, and the 1969 issue is no exception. This was during a period when France was transitioning in its coinage, materials, and experimenting with different alloy shades. The coin is part of the Third Republic series, yet it carries a unique design feature, its golden shade, which is quite rare for this denomination. Most 20 centimes coins of this era were typically silver-colored or bronze-toned, but a select number received a slightly golden patina. This was caused by subtle variations in the alloy during minting or oxidation over time. While not all coins achieve this stunning golden hue, those that do are highly coveted by collectors, and today they are considered truly premium items in the numismatic market. Let's talk specifics. The 1969 French 20 centimes coin measures 23 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5 grams, and is made primarily of copper nickel. Its obverse features the iconic Marianne, symbolizing the French Republic, while the reverse displays the denomination. 20 centimes elegantly framed by oak and olive branches. Collectors often remark on how, even in poor condition where wear and scratches are visible, the coin can still maintain an unmistakable charm and value, especially when that rare golden shade is present. In fact, coins like this challenge the traditional notion that only pristine, high-grade coins can fetch high auction prices. Now, here's where it gets exciting. The 1969 20 centimes with a golden shade is not just a collector's curiosity, it's an investment-grade numismatic item. Even examples in poor condition with visible wear and tear can sell for significant sums at auction. Recent sales have seen coins of this type reaching $57,000, depending on rarity, demand, and the quality of the golden toning. Why such high interest? Part of it is the coin's rarity, but there's also a certain allure in owning a piece of history that has survived decades, carrying the subtle evidence of circulation. Numismatists often describe these coins as having character, an authentic testament to their journey through time. So what determines the market value of a 1969 20 centimes golden shade coin? Several factors come into play. Condition. While uncirculated coins naturally command higher prices, even coins in poor condition are sought after if the golden toning is visible. Rarity of the shade. Not every coin achieves the golden patina. The more pronounced and even the color, the higher its desirability. Historical appeal. Coins that represent a particular era or minting anomaly often carry additional prestige. Auction trends. The coin market is dynamic. Recent numismatic auctions have seen spikes in prices for these rare coins, highlighting their increasing value. Even in poor condition, a 1969 20 centimes with golden toning can bring a significant sum in today's market, making it a prized possession for collectors and investors alike. If you're considering adding a 1969 French 20 centimes golden shade to your collection, here are a few tips. Examine the shade carefully. Authentic golden toning is subtle, often requiring close inspection under good lighting. Check for mint marks. Certain mint marks may indicate even rarer variants. Compare conditions. Even coins in poor condition can be valuable, but understanding the scale of wear is crucial. Use reputable auction houses when selling or buying. Ensure the transaction is through a trusted platform to verify authenticity and fair pricing. Remember, patience and knowledge are key. This coin is not just a monetary investment, it's a piece of French history. The 1969 French 20 centimes golden shade coin exemplifies how even a small, seemingly humble coin can hold immense historical, aesthetic, and financial value. Its rarity, subtle beauty, and strong numismatic demand make it a must-watch for collectors worldwide. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting your collection, discovering a coin like this is a thrilling experience, and who knows, It might even be the crown jewel of your collection. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare French coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating numismatic stories and market insights.